Drake released his highly anticipated EP Scary Hours 2 and sent fans into meltdown mode after refueling those Kim Kardashian affair rumors by name-dropping Kanye West.
Things kept devolving until eventually she just got so fed up she divorced him. And that divorce is indeed going on right now, and things are already starting to fall into place for what might come next. So what is this irony that we spoke of? Simple. Kim felt that her being with Kanye would not just elevate her career, but would be her true love scenario, and even use that to justify what happened with Kris Humphries. But instead, she got a long, drawn-out, and arguably painful 7-year marriage full of mental stress and issues that resulted in her getting her 3rd divorce in her life. And, as in the Kardashian way, she went and talked about it on her TV show. Number 4. Keeping up with the Kardashians. One of the reasons that Kim Kardashian is infamous because of how she uses her family's TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, to go and paint herself in certain lights. For example, when she was with Kris Humphries, she happily had him on the show and showed them as a happy couple. But when she suddenly and randomly divorced him, before we dive into who Kim might be dating next, we need to get a true scope of how Kim and Kanye not only came together, but broke apart in incredibly visual fashion.
This morning, a source telling People magazine Kanye believes it was his ill-fated 2020 presidential run that was the tipping point, saying it was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Because if you recall how they became a couple, it was not long after her infamous marriage with former NBA player Kris Humphries. She dated him for a while, married him, and then 72 days later they got divorced. And apparently, according to Kim herself, before she was married to her husband, she was already thinking about Kanye. Right before I got married to Kris Humphries, Kanye and I were talking, and I just went a different direction. She recalled on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians 10th anniversary special, which aired in 2017. I think I had to go through that to figure out what I wanted. After my breakup, I was feeling really low and down, and he said, "Just come to Paris and see my fashion show." His joke's that he put on the whole fashion show just to get a date with me. So I went there and I stayed with him, and that's where we started dating. I swear from the moment I landed, I fell madly in love with him, and I thought, oh my god, why didn't I do this sooner? That definitely sounds like Kanye, don't you think? And things only got worse when he did his 2020 presidential campaign and cited something about Kim that she definitely didn't want divulged. She said that she was pregnant for 1 month and 2 months and 3 months. We talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. He explained to the early months of her pregnancy. He said if the California native decided to divorce him because of the details he divulged, at least she brought North into the world even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. Holding back tears, he added, "I almost killed my daughter." So yeah, that happened, and things grew from there. Since announcing his presidential bid, the family has told Kim, "You need to step in." A source told In Touch shortly after Kanye's rally. He was telling the crowd about Kim's accidental pregnancy with North, their discussion about having an abortion, private matters that Kim would never want to be discussed. She's scared of where this is headed and what he may do next. What he did say next was he tried to move the family to his ranch in Wyoming, and then to a desert compound outside of LA because LA was too fake for his children. Like, this is what real life is like. Love and fun and real support. So yeah, that's patronizing in various ways, but she kept her faith in her new marriage, and for years, things seemed to go alright for them, including having 4 kids to call their own. But as time went on, the true cracks in the relationship started to show, and things got worse and worse due to Kanye's bipolar disorder, including one source saying that he was the source of Kim's panic attacks and beyond.
During an erratic campaign speech in July, Kanye revealing the couple's very personal decision about whether or not to keep their first child, daughter North.
Her panic attacks are getting worse as she tries to balance looking after the kids with her insane schedule, the source said. In the past, it was Kim who needed space from Kanye, but the tables have turned. Things between them are turning uglier than ever. The way Kanye sees it, Kim is a hypocrite because she spends most of their entire marriage putting work before anything else, the insider continued. It's not his fault she's upped her workload with law school, her cosmetic brand, and everything else. He's accused Kim of having double standards and allowing her selfishness to get in the way of him pursuing his dreams when she should be embracing his talent.
She brought North into the world even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child.
At the time, a source telling People Kim was furious that he shared something so private.
Eyeing up rapper Drake to go and be her next partner, should this situation arise. This would be a bold choice for all sorts of reasons, not the least of which that this would mean that she had gone and gotten with someone once again not long after a divorce. Not exactly the most logical of things, and something that won't paint her in a good light, which is further compounded by the fact that Kim Kardashian is rather infamous for trading up in regards to her partners. She's done this when dating, she's done this with marriage, and if she does it with Drake, that would only compound the issue. Remember, when Kim and Kanye were together in the early parts of their marriage, Kanye was one of the biggest rappers around. Drake is the bigger rapper and hip-hop artist around, and while he may not be as rich as Kanye, as he's still more focused on music than business, his credibility is far beyond what Kanye has.
Speculation of Drake's Kardashian affair began back in 2018 after Kanye revealed to rapper Pusha T that Drake had a secret son, while Pusha T later publicly exposed Drake.
After 72 days, she shot and re-edited scenes in the season that came to paint herself in a sympathetic light and made it seem like she needed to get out of her marriage because of what he had done to her.
So he sent over a settlement today. He's finally, for the first time, said he will agree to a divorce, and I want one Skype phone call with him.
Except he didn't do anything, and to this day we've never gotten a full answer as to how or why she came to the idea to divorce him after a short time. Many feel that she had gotten involved with Kanye already by that point, and that affair led to her wanting to be with him, especially since Kanye was a much more famous person than Kris Humphries. Anyway, fast forward to now. The final season of the show is going on, and Kim is of course showing off her marital problems with Kanye on it, including a most recent episode where Kanye was posting a lot of incendiary tweets, and Kim had to go to deal with them.
Kanye's been in Wyoming, and he's been posting a lot of things on social media, so that is a little bit frustrating.
Her sisters, Chloe and Courtney, took her to Malibu to try and get away from it, but the events followed her there as Kanye went and contacted her shortly after they arrived. Previous episodes showcased Kim breaking down and thinking she was a loser because of all that was going on with Kanye. And as the final season progresses, you can bet that things will only grow as she tried to further show the reasons why she was leaving Kanye.
Did you have to say those tweets publicly? And he said, no, you're right. I shouldn't say that publicly.
But now that she's gone from his life, who might be next? Number 3, Drake? To be clear, this is 100% a rumor and shouldn't be taken as fact. But there are some people saying that Kim is